What's up? Welcome. We are in a whole new space. I know this looks completely different, but I assure you, it's not going to be a full-time thing. I put a little too much work into this thing. I got the top camera over here, and I got you guys here, and it doesn't matter. Hey, welcome back here for another video, and today we are reviewing some products that were sent to me by a company called Aukey, and they wanted me to go ahead and give it an old review. So I got a bunch of different items here, and I thought we would kind of go through each thing. Also, I'm using this thing called a Nitemic. It's a great microphone. Haven't been using it because I got a Go XLR in my gaming PC, so it doesn't really make sense for me to use this thing because it's USB. USB is great. I use XLR. USB is great. I use XLR. Now I can make this work, but it's so tiny. I think this is a good travel mic. Nitemic. I'll leave a link down below. So I was contacted by a company called Aukey, and they wanted me to go ahead and give a nice review, a simple review of their product. So I thought I'd change the layout a little bit and give you guys a better, overview of the products being sent to me. So without further ado, we're gonna get right on into it. This video is not sponsored by Aukey. It's just they sent me some products to review. Here I am reviewing it. I appreciate the gifts. First up. So over here, we do have this, we got a mouse pad coming in. It looks like it might be a pretty beefy boy, so I'm gonna go ahead and open this thing up. I don't really have a knife on me, do I? My wife got me this knife a long time ago. We're gonna go ahead and open this up. On the inside, I do love me some big mouse pads, and this is looking like it's gonna shape up to be just that, and it's already looking pretty nice. Looks pretty fancy. So we got the, actually turn it around there. So it looks like we got the Aukey logo down here on the bottom right. We got their another logo on the top, and we got what looks like a little sticker on the bottom here. It's actually a really beautiful new, and oh man, it feels nice too, man. It's just a nice big mouse pad, man. And if you guys are like me, you like big mouse pads. It also comes with a little bit of some sticker here. We got a 24-month warranty, pretty cool, and then a user manual just in case you guys don't know how to use a mouse pad. This should be able to help you out. You got your 2-year warranty, which they usually ship with most of their products. So pretty cool that they ended up including that in this package as well. I can't really foresee what might happen with the mouse pad, but it's nice that they put it in there just in case. They actually sent me this cool device that's called a USB Type-C hub. And this hub actually allows you to connect a lot of your devices to your PC as well as your monitors and all that kind of stuff. So it's actually really cool. It's all powered off of USB Type-C. So I'll show you that here in a minute. But actually, this thing is going to become super useful in the near future because I'm always running out of USB ports, and I'm always running out of, I don't know, all kinds of space. And this also allows you to connect to like another monitor and whatnot, or a monitor to a laptop or anything like that. I'm gonna go ahead and open this up here. And on the inside, you got the same thing as before. Inside the box, you can already see we have some packaging. So we got some basic packaging. I'm gonna go ahead and pull open this wrapper here. Ooh, it's like nice and kind of like aluminum brushed, aluminum metal, kind of something like that. It looks really actually kind of pleasing to the eye, man. It's super simple. The cable's very sturdy, really nice looking, and it feels good, and it's cold. So on the side here, we do got ourselves a USB 3.0 USB Type-C connection. We have 2 other 3.0 connections, and we got 2 2.0 connections. And on the reverse side, we do have 2 outputs for a monitor, as well as we got an SD card slot and a micro SD card slot, as well as another, what looks like USB Type-C, and it has a little plug next to it, so I'm kind of assuming it's maybe power? And it looks like on the side, we do have ourselves a VGA connection, as well as an Ethernet port if your laptop maybe doesn't have the internet capabilities. Maybe you got yourself a MacBook Air or something like that they got rid of their ports, and now you got your port back here on the side. Next up, we have another product coming in from Aukey, and it is a mouse. It is their more newer model, and this is the GM F4 model from Aukey. I think this actually has some RGB to it, maybe? And here is the mouse, and oh man, it's already looking pretty nice, man. I'm kind of into it. You can see here, it's got this nice braided cable. So far, it's feeling pretty good. It also comes with this little tiny, what do you call this? Velcro type, cable manager thing, so you can cable manage your cables. So on the top, we do have our normal scroll wheel here. It looks like we got a DPI change. Looks like we got maybe some extra buttons on the side, mouse 4 and 5, and it looks like we do have a couple little LED indicators here. Now, I didn't know this. It actually has a... Now, you can't see this because it's not hooked in yet, but on the bottom here, it has an LED strip going along the bottom side of the mouse, so maybe when you plug it in, it's gonna start lighting up. That's pretty cool. Gotta love the old RGB. We do have our forward and back button, our fire button, a DPI change, right click, left click. We got DPI down, DPI up. This is our DPI indicator. Before we actually connect all this to our computer, I'm gonna go ahead and put this off to the side while we unpackage everything else and then get on into the plugging in with, maybe I can, you know, get everything hooked up through this wonderful device. Another big one coming in from Aukey is their keyboard. Now, I've had many keyboards in the past, and most of them have done the job, but I've been looking for something new just because I've always used my Rapid Fire from Corsair Case 70 Rapid Fire, and it's been a wonderful keyboard. This is the model G12, the KM-G12 from Aukey. And on the inside, it looks like, again, we get our nice, handy 24-month warranty. Looks like it comes with an instruction manual. We got a keycap remover right here, so if you guys want to swap out your keys, you're more than welcome to. Looks like it's a USB 2.0 connection for the keyboard. These are some loud keys already, I can tell. I don't know if these are reds or blues or browns or whatever, but, so already pulling this thing out of the packaging, it has a really nice look to it. It is matte black. These keys are looking really just like, I don't know how to describe it. It looks really clean. There's nothing really underneath, so really easy to maybe blow some air through the side if it gets a little dirty or whatnot. But on the bottom, it does look like it has a RGB strip going all the way around the outer edge. It does have on the bottom here, it's got a little extra flap, so you can go ahead and you know, lift it up if you need to have that little bit of extra, you know, lift. And it looks like we have Aukey's blue switches. So if you're familiarized with blue switches, let me actually move this mouse pad out of the way. So let's go ahead and pull off our up arrow key here. So we can see that they are blues, which is pretty nice. And I'm really amazed with how it just looks. It's very simple. It's a very simple keyboard. We do have the numpad side. So if you're a fan of having the numpad, awesome. If you're not, I'm sorry. If you're a fan of mechanical keyboards, this might be for you, and it already has that really loud tactical feedback. You can feel every time that click happens. So you have a little bit of travel before you actually hit that click in there, which is it's really nice feedback. So if you guys are fans of mechanical keyboards, this will be perfect for you. It does, again, feel like it's RGB, and we're gonna go set this off to the side as we open up our final product. So finally, coming in for you kind of gamer RGB nerds out there like myself. I love me some RGB, and if you see my gaming space, you know. They actually sent me this wonderful light that actually is pretty neat. So inside of our box here, we do have ourselves a power adapter as well as the classic 24-month warranty. Again, I'm not sure how much that protects you, but it's nice that they include it for all their packaging. So we do have ourselves the nice, we got a 6-foot cable, power cable for this device. Inside, we do have ourselves some styrofoam, and if we pull out the device here, you can see just how nice this thing looks. It's very kind of pleasing just to have sitting there. There's something about it that's just kind of nice, you know what I mean? It's almost like, it reminds me kind of like of a modern lantern that I would use when I would go camping or something like that. But let's go ahead and plug it in and take a look. Now that we've plugged in, you can actually see the little LED pop up here on the side. This thing has a couple different modes here, so as soon as you turn it on, it turns into a just nice little thing I like here. It's actually really nice. It's very... Now, I know you can't really see this in the camera, but it's a little bit brighter down here, and as it illuminates up, it gets a little darker on the top. Let me actually try to see if I can show you by taking down my ISO or my exposure. So now you can actually see that it actually has a little bit of a gradient going along here now that I've dialed down my iris of my lens. And it has a couple different brightness levels. So that was minimum brightness. And now we got our bigger brightness, bigger and bigger. And you can see just how much this is punching onto me. And again, I've lowered my ISO and my exposure quite a bit. So this thing is producing a lot of light. It's actually really nice, man. It almost feels like I got a little mini campfire next to me. So it's all just touch sensitive. So anywhere I touch on the light ends up turning it up and then turning it off. So if we turn it back to maximum power here, and if you push and hold, now it jumps into an RGB mode that's going to sit here and cycle through each one of the RGB colors, and it's going to go through the whole rainbow here, which is pretty cool. So you got yourself your green, you got yourself your blue coming in, and then it cycles to maybe purple and then pink, and so then we're back to red. So another thing you can do here is once you find a color that you're actually liking, so let's say I'm kind of digging the greenish hue here, if I touch the light, it actually stops it on that color. So now it's gonna stay on green and it's not gonna change. So when you find the right color that fits your mood or you're really feeling, you can leave it on that color and then you tap again and it'll kind of start that cycle again, get back into the darker greens. Now we're switching over to the blues. And once you're finally done, you push and hold, turns the light off, and then you're back into the standard light mode. So I went ahead and just kind of rearranged my my setup here, but I wanted to show you guys kind of how it looks like. So we have our 12-in-1 plugged in over to the side, and you can actually see this little tiny LED that is illuminated since plugging it in, and that kind of gives us a clue that we are now plugged in and ready to go. So for the very basic features, there is a bunch of USB ports on this USB Type-C 12-in-1 connection. So I'm gonna go ahead and actually plug in the mouse and keyboard, since now I have all my my hub right here full of USB connections. So again, 2 USB 3.0s and 2 USB 2.0s. I'm gonna go ahead and use these for the 2.0 slots, and we're gonna go ahead and connect our mouse here at first. Oh man, it's already lighting up and looking pretty. I'm gonna go ahead and plug in the keyboard now. And now I'm sure I'm not really doing this light justice. Let me go ahead and turn off all my lights and show you exactly what these things are looking like, because they're looking pretty snazzy. So I've turned off all my lights here, and cable management aside, you can kind of already see how nice this glow from this mouse is. This is actually really, really cool, man. And again, there should be a button down here that should on off it, which it does, and you can see it kind of color cycling there, which is really pretty, man. And it looks really nice just kind of sitting there on its own. And again, the keyboard itself also doing the exact same thing. You can see that bar going around just like that. Might as well set this over to the old RGB mode, right? So this is looking really cool. I'm really actually excited to go ahead and get some game time in with these. So maybe I can actually open up a notepad. We're gonna type in the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. Not bad though. I mean, it is audible. The keyboard is, if you're not someone that's used to dealing with the mechanical keyboard, this is going to be a very big change for you. So you do have to be ready for that situation. And as for the mouse itself, so far it's feeling pretty good. And I don't know if they actually have any application or software for their mouse, but this already feels super, super nice to the touch. And I'm actually going to start to mess with the DPI settings here. And so you can see we have the one LED, and if I click through, you can kind of see the LEDs are cycling up to indicate that we are getting a higher DPI speed. I don't know what the default speeds are, but I can tell you off the bat, this is kind of feeling maybe something like 800, and maybe this is maybe 16, 2000, 4000, something like that. The higher side feeling pretty extreme there. So in the actual instruction manual here, it is saying that we can reach a maximum of 10,000 DPI and a minimum of 100. So you should be able to find something in there. Again, the polling rates are now 125, 250, 500, and 1000 hertz, which is pretty nice. We got that braided cable, as we mentioned before. And supposedly, this mouse is supposed to give you 20 million clicks before it starts maybe faltering. And they have that here in their user guide. I guess it doesn't look like you can cycle through various colors. It looks like you're kind of stuck with the rainbow effect. So if you are trying to get a solid color around the edge here, you are going to have to go ahead and be aware that this is always going to be color cycling. I'm not seeing any way, I'm not pushing and holding and finding any way to change the color cycle itself. Now, maybe they do have an application out there that could set that for you, but right now I don't have that. There is one more thing we can actually do with the USB hub, and that's on the back side of it. There is 2 HDMI outputs. So right now I'm sitting on a laptop with a single monitor output. Now I do have HDMI out coming out of the backside of this thing. This laptop has a lot of features to it. It's a gaming laptop. But what I want to show you guys is there's actually a cool feature with this 12-in-1. So again, this thing has a lot of flexibility in terms of like what you can connect to it and how much you can plug and play here. So we're actually going to try to plug in a monitor and see if I can get my game over here to go ahead and go over to a second monitor. So we got our monitor here, and I just wanted to double check. So I've plugged in an HDMI cable on the back side of the 12-in-1, and with the other end of this, I'm gonna go ahead and plug it into my monitor, and we're actually gonna see if this thing will automatically find and detect a signal. I'm not touching anything. I've never plugged this in before, so I have no idea if this actually works. And just like that, we're in. How cool is that? And it is mirroring the image, which is pretty nice. So again, we do have our keyboard and our mouse here. Let me go ahead and set my DPI pretty low here. And you can see it's the new Shadow Legacy has taken over. And I'm gonna go ahead and jump into the training grounds. And when I jump into the training grounds, I'm just gonna join in as a lone wolf. And we'll jump on in, see what map. And it looks like we're gonna get ourselves a little lone wolf on Coastline. Now, I haven't played since yesterday. And granted, this is a kind of a weird setup for me. But I'm gonna try my best here to actually get through here and kill these robots that are in the game. So right off the bat, I'm actually feeling like this is a little too slow. So I'm gonna go ahead and up my DPI to the maximum here, and this feels a little too much. Let me go take it down a notch, and you know, this feels pretty good. You can see what we can do here as Sam Fisher. Now the keyboard is a little bit loud, so keep in mind you might be able to hear that. Now, what's cool about this new operator is he's got these little cameras, so if I want to go ahead and shoot a camera and take a look at the inside of this kitchen, I can actually toggle over to my camera, take a look. Nobody inside. Looks like somebody might be shooting me. And maybe we can cook this guy with a nade. Looks like there's one behind us. Oh, no! And we got him with the nade. And we got the other guy as well. Nice. We're going to keep on rushing through here. I need this cable to not be crazy. Oh, no. Oh, no, I'm sorry. No. Oh, man, dude. I was trying to adjust my cable, dude. I was over here trying to adjust my cable because it was getting caught on my laptop, and I got killed by a bot. I don't want to talk about it. We're going to let my laptop kind of cool off here. I was kind of struggling there to play that game maybe a little bit. But, yeah, this is the gift coming in from Aukey. Again, I will link all these products down below. I'm really feeling the mouse. It was really nice. It feels good in the hand to sit here and just kind of like slide it left and right. I feel nothing weird. It's just nice. And to have all the extra functionality of all these extra buttons on the side and whatnot, just really an extra treat. So again, if you guys are looking to pick up a new mouse, maybe consider this as, maybe this is not too pricey for you, and maybe it's right up in your budget range. So again, this is the Aukey setup that they came over and gifted me. You got the Touchlight, the 12-in-1 USB Type-C connection with all the extra ports on the outside. You got the gaming keyboard, you got the gaming mouse, and you got the nice big mouse pad to accompany it all and kind of bring everything together. If you guys like this video, go ahead and give it a nice thumbs up for me. It would help me out. If you didn't like the video, I'm sorry. I don't know what to do. If you guys want some little behind the scenes, stick around. I'll film a little bit in the behind the scenes here, and I'll show that just to kind of see what we're doing here in the background. Thank you guys so much for being here. Appreciate it. Like and subscribe to the channel. It would help me out, and it'd help me make future videos. So if you guys want to come by next time, feel free to come on by, because we'll have some more videos of tutorials and other things over on my channel. So this is kind of more of a product review, which I haven't really done too many of. So if you enjoyed it, thumbs up. If you disliked it, I don't know what to tell you. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. And thank you, Aukey. It's just wonderful. All right. So just so you guys could kind of see a little behind the scenes here, we had our Sony A7S here filming the background here. And, you know, I had everything connected and whatnot. I had our little backlight back here. I actually didn't need the the Chimera, the box around it. I just kind of needed something. And over here we do have ourselves a what I think is for bed wetters. You put this on your bed, and that is what I'm using to diffuse light that's behind here. And we actually got ourselves a GVM, which is kind of hard to see, but you can see right there, a GVM light source, which is bouncing off of our wall here into the sheet and coming back over here to give us just kind of a nice soft glow. So if I put my fist back in here, you can kind of see that I'm getting that backlight on my hand, as well as I'm getting this nice soft light from over here on the side. And again, we just had our monitor and some other, you know, keyboard setup, but just everything's right here just to make it nice and simple. I was trying to go for a nice, pleasing, you know, look. But yeah, so if you guys enjoyed it, cool. Again, Sony A7S on the side here. It's a 35mm cinema lens. It's going through a Metabones adapter to EF to E mount, and it goes into the Sony that way. And then that's it. So that's how I mount. I know that EF glass is a little bit more cheaper, so I wanted to, yeah, not cheaper, but just like there's more of it. So I want to get an adapter that I can mount to my Sony A7S. Again, so if you guys have any questions, feel free to comment down below. That's it. Really simple setup. I did have one more thing over here, and that was just this little another GVM product, which is a which I've reviewed in my lighting tutorial video, which just is a couple LEDs behind a nice little simple diffusion, and you turn that on, and there's a lot of different you know, things you can do with this thing. Now granted, this might be kind of hard to see, but basically I was putting these little eye lights in my eye just for when I was back there, just so I don't know, to get a little something. The eyes are the window to the soul, right, so to speak. So that's it. That's the entire video. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to drop me a comment down below, and I'll message you and tell you everything I got. So again, just want to thank Aukey for the gifts. I appreciate it, and I hope you guys enjoyed this review video. Thanks.